Hello everyone. Tell us honestly, do you trust your own eyes? We admit the question seems a bit weird. What else can we believe if not the things we see with our own eyes? Yes, indeed, a person is much more willing to believe an incredible story if he witnessed it. But to think that our eyes never fail us is very naive. Today, we'll show you a whole set of optical illusions that you'll definitely not see through the first time. Share in the comments section which one you found the most challenging, and make sure you subscribe to the channel not to miss any interesting videos. Let's get it on. Let's start with simple things. This puzzle is obvious, right? What you see is a portrait of a dog in a collar, but of course, there's a secret. This black and white image also depicts the owner. We bet that it'll take you a really long time to find him. Okay, you've got a couple of seconds to do it. Got it? Don't worry. Took us half a day until we realized that we had to rotate the image. There he is, a man drawn in profile with a broad brim hat, which doubles as a dog's ear. If it didn't take you very long to find it, then congrats. With such attention to detail, you can easily become a detective. It looks like some kind of sketch based on the Forbidden Forest from Harry Potter, or rather Tim Burton's Corpse Bride. One way or another, there's one more picture hidden here, and you most likely didn't even notice it. Any ideas? That's right. The answer is hidden in the tree on the left. Its branches form a whimsical portrait of a mysterious girl. This puzzle appeared in a German comic magazine back in the late 19th century, and people still rack their brains over it. Take a close look. What do you see? A rabbit, or is it a duck? Surprisingly, this can depend on a bunch of different factors. For example, studies have shown that before Easter, many people in the United States and Great Britain see a rabbit in the picture, but in the fall, when Christmas is on the horizon, they see the bird first. These are the amazing associations created by the human brain. The next photo will baffle you, no less than a snapshot of a dress which not so long ago challenged the understanding of color vision of the entire internet. The question is simple. What color is the strawberry on this pie? And again, it seems that it is obvious. Of course, it's red, albeit with a strange bluish hue. But if everything were that simple, we wouldn't be showing you this picture, right? In fact, if you open this image in Photoshop and go all over the pixels with an eyedropper tool, you won't find a single red tint in it. This illusion is created by our brain, which simply knows what this berry is supposed to look like. What you see is one of the most famous examples of the so-called bistable images. It was created by a psychologist named Edgar Rubin. Chances are that you think this is a simple vase, but what if you take a closer look? Hint, you can find something alive there. Yep, we're talking about a couple of men with big noses who look straight into each other's eyes. Now try switching between these two images several times in a row. It's not as easy as it sounds. Great eye exercise. By the way, in some countries, there are even fountains with similar patterns showing the profiles of various famous people. Sometimes one good photo is all it takes to create an optical illusion, like this one. Can you say whether this picture was taken from the inside of the building or the outside? Most likely the first option is correct, but due to the bizarre geometric shape of the dome, we can see it both ways. If you love comic books, but they always seem to end too quickly, we suggest that you check out the work of the artist Gustav Verbeek. Can you understand what the catch is? That's right, this is a 2-in-1 comic. The author painted his comics so that they could be read from different sides, including from upside down, and also created a plot for each strip. It's quite difficult to imagine the inner workings of a brain which could come up with something like this. Get ready for a challenge to your eyes and brain. This image seems to be pretty straightforward, just an elderly man sleeping on a pillow. But in fact, you can see another character instead. You've got 5 seconds to find him. Alright, we agree probably 10 seconds isn't even enough, unless of course you're a genius. But let's not waste time. This is what an alternative version of the picture looks like. Here. Now, this is a girl with luxurious hair who turned her face away from the viewer. Can you unsee her now? Another entertaining type of optical illusion is images of people that change their facial expressions depending on the angle. If you look at the picture from one side, you see a sullen stranger, and if you turn it over, a carefree, merry fellow appears. There are a great many examples of such drawings, and they all look really funny. This cafe is located in the British city of Bristol, but it's known all over the world, especially among scientists. Not because it serves the best coffee and the softest buns. The highlight is the black and white brick pattern that adorns the facade of the building. Take a closer look. Do you notice any oddities? The rows of bricks seem to vary in thickness, making the structure look like some kind of wickerwork, but they're actually all parallel. Just look at the grey seams between them and it becomes obvious. This illusion occurs due to the peculiarities of the neural mechanisms of our brain. Often, the secret of an illusion lies in looking at it from a different angle. For example, what do you see in this image? It seems like a whole set of pieces for a puzzle. Don't you think they might form a single picture? Well, if you zoom out, it becomes clear. What you see is a ferocious tiger, which the authors have skillfully drawn using many elements. No matter how much you look at this drawing, it will constantly change right before your eyes. You were certain you saw a high arch, but in a couple of seconds it suddenly turns into a row of columns and then changes again. The secret lies in the use of a blivet, a geometric figure which is also called the Devil's Fork. The optical illusion is achieved due to the irreconcilable combination of perspectives. Well, is your mind already blown? This is great. Your brain cells will be grateful for such an exercise. Do you think this guy got into some kind of fantastic universe and is about to disappear beyond the edge of this cube? Keep watching. It becomes clear that this was the corner of the room, not part of the 3D volume. Frankly, we didn't immediately understand what was wrong with this video. What we see is a muffin pan with 6 cups. 5 of them are dipping down, but the 6th pops up. Now let's try to turn the image upside down. See, now the other 5 cups are popped up and only 1 is dipping down. How is this even possible? Yet there's another quirk of our brain. It often erroneously assigns physical properties to objects around us. Well, this one can't be that hard. Can you count how many legs this elephant has? Seems the answer is 4, right? Although, wait. Where's the hind leg? Maybe the animal has 5 legs after all. The American psychologist and creator of this illusion, Roger Shepard, did a great job. The longer you look at the drawing, the crazier you feel. Some believe that in fact the elephant has only 1 leg, the hind leg on the left side. After all, the rest of the legs all have the foot missing from them. What do you think? This photo shows one of the most famous politicians in the history of the United States, the former US President Abraham Lincoln. Let's turn the image upside down though. If you look at it for a long time, the face starts to look a little weird, as actually any other photo would. But the most interesting thing happens later. If you take the same image and return it to its normal position, it'll no longer be the same. It seems as if Lincoln's features were smeared on photographic paper. The fusiform gyrus located in the temporal and occipital lobes is what creates this illusion. It's responsible for recognizing the faces of people around us, focusing on the eyes and the lips. In this case, our brains simply didn't notice the difference, and the 2 images seem to overlap. Let's play a game. How many grey blobs do you see at the intersection of the lines of this white grid? 1, 2… wait a minute. If you focus your gaze on specific areas, the dots suddenly disappear in the others. Seems that your eyes want to deceive you again. Scientists have yet to come to a consensus on how this actually works, but the fact remains, you shouldn't unconditionally believe your own eyes. Perhaps Salvador Dali is the most ingenious creator of optical illusions in the world of fine art. This surrealist painting, for example, was created in 1935 and belongs to the landscape genre. It is called Paranoiac Face, and for a good reason. See the catch? A stone house suddenly becomes someone's face, trees transform into the thick hair, and people sitting around into the eyes, nose, and mouth. The artist created the painting based on a photo that he took in an African village. Another test to see how attentive you are. We give you 5 seconds to find the woman in this image. Still see nothing but the sailor staring into the distance? Then pay attention to the grass under his feet. Does it seem like it has a strange shape? Yeah, that's right. This is the hair of the girl hidden in the image. If you turn the image upside down, it becomes much easier to find the girl. They say this image with hidden animals was made for 5-year-olds. Doesn't matter how old you are though, let's see how many of them you can find. Spotted a deer, a fox and an elephant? Well, that was an easy part. There are actually at least 7 more animals left. By the way, one of them hangs right from the tree on the left and smokes a pipe. Did you notice it? And now a very important task. You have 5 seconds to find the fox in this image. Otherwise, the geese will be in trouble. Are you ready? Go! We understand if you started panicking a bit. The predator hid so skillfully that even a whole flock of birds didn't notice it. Here it is, right between the branches of a huge tree. Legend has it that the authors of this image from the 19th century lost their minds shortly after they finished the work. Well, hiding 50 different details in such a picture is no joke. Of course, we don't have enough mental strength to find all 50, so let's do just at least a couple. First, take a look at the tree. There you'll find a bunch of hidden Easter eggs. Here's a fish, someone's face, and a book. Below you can see a monkey, a goat, and a rabbit. We offer you a challenge. Put the video on pause, share in the comments all the hidden images you find, and we'll definitely reward the most attentive viewers with a like. A person who everyone believes to be an embodiment of valor and kindness may often be hiding a devil inside. At least that's what we learn from the story of Anakin Skywalker from Star Wars. Look at the image of this angel. Does it seem alright to you? That's right. You can see a real devil undercover right in front of you. Or vice versa. Although, what difference does it actually make? Let's check if you could become a good hunter. Find the grizzly bear as quickly as possible. Believe us, it's hiding in plain sight again. You just need to look at the right angle. Well, do you give up? It's simple. It's turned upside down and hides right behind the shooter's back. A ferocious raven is about to attack this guardian of the Tower of London, just like in the Hitchcock movie. Can you try to save him and find the bird? We'll give you a hint. It's much closer than you think. Okay, we admit that it was simple. The predator's just hiding on one of the guard's legs. We wonder what the guard dog of this house is doing while the impudent fox is hunting for geese in the corral. Take a better look. The dog, for some reason, sits in the bushes and watches the scene from its well-disguised shelter. Let's keep checking how attentive you are. How many people do you see in this picture? Let's guess. 3? That would be a bit too easy. Yeah, the first man sits with his back and plays a musical instrument. The silhouettes of 2 more people seem to grow out of thin air. But where are the others? Here, right between the translucent heads, a slender girl in a dress turns around. By the way, on the left head you can find another man bent over an easel. He's drawing this beautiful girl. Now take all these people and combine them into one image, and you'll see a giant face. By the way, optical illusions work great in advertising. After all, PR campaigns featuring illusions are usually very memorable. Here are some incredible posters that Jeep has come up with to promote their products in France. Seems that these are just black and white images of a giraffe, a deer, and an elephant. But if you turn them upside down, you'll see completely different animals. Genius lies in simplicity. To end today's video on the most positive note, we'll show you these cute posters. Can you guess what they hide? That's right, these are the silhouettes of cats and other pets. The organization for helping homeless animals from India decided to promote adopting animals from shelters this way. The slogan of the campaign was, "There's always room for more. Adopt." If only all the ads were so heartwarming. Hold on a second. Do you want to see some crazy stories from real life? Nothing dull, only action, only adventures, chases and fights, love confessions and sudden betrayals. Don't believe us? Well, follow the link and see for yourselves. Our animation channel Private Diary reveals the deepest secrets. Don't forget to subscribe.